everybody, it's Beate Gillette, and I got Ramon back. Actually, he never really even left. So I wanted to do one more video with him and kind of like pick your brain a little bit about brand building as it, how can you utilize video for brand building? Because I know a lot of you are interested in building your businesses and building your brands and getting the word out. I have some clients that are terrified of Instagram and hashtags. But now I have you here. Let's talk about video. So how can video help me to build my brand?
So I think video is super integral to communicate ideas, principles, philosophies, goals, progress, accomplishments. I think it's really like the modern day currency in a way, as far as just an exchange between one human to another human to groups of humans. And I think the landscape is changing so rapidly that video has quickly gone from home videos, to just record keeping. And then it's moved into this kind of like semi-narcissistic stage of, oh, look at me. And I believe now it's graduated to, no, this is how we interact with each other on a societal level. And I think it's just necessary now. So it's not really about you tooting your own horn or patting yourself on the back. And I think a lot of people get hung up on that. They really think that that's what it is. But I feel that video is just really important to just illustrate what's in your mind and what you're really doing. A lot of times when you communicate ideas to somebody, they have a hard time visualizing what you're saying.
Well, especially, when we look at the internet marketing a way of things, if you write a piece of copy, with a copy, every word has to have a purpose. I mean, it has to be strung together perfectly. So there really isn't a lot of room for error. But in video, because, we can convey an idea, and because you meet the personality, it's not just the words. I think there's a lot more room. And is video more forgiving, you think?
In some ways, I think it's more forgiving because, of course, like you mentioned, the power of editing. But in some ways, I think it's more telling because a video shows you something and it often shows more than you know you're showing. So a lot of times in a video, people have their tells, people have their quirks about their personality in it, and we're subconsciously making judgments about whether we believe somebody by looking at them. So I think in some ways, yes, it's more forgiving, but in a lot of ways, I think it's more it's more
revealing,
telling and revealing, and I think that it really gives us a bigger picture. Now, there's now all this deep fake stuff that you can do, and you can fabricate images, and it's hard to know what to believe. That's a whole nother subject, but I think that we'll come up with things to combat that over time, and I think that you really have to trust, my personality type, intuition, when you're watching something and learning something about a brand or a person.
I love that. All right, so you heard it, that for brand building, video is a great way to communicate. For me personally, just so I've added this, first of all, these lights make me look amazing. I want them to be, that when I wake up in the morning, to set up the lights so I wake up and I look in the mirror and I look like this. That would be amazing. And it really helps you to articulate, how you want to come across, and the production quality, as you've seen, over the years, my videos have changed, and the quality of my graphics have changed, and what I do has changed, just because, it is part of the evolution of video as now being just a vehicle to communicate. I don't think that people are reading as much anymore. I think people are more watching. So if you were thinking about it, you need to start doing this right now. Ramon, thank you so much for doing this with me. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.